Welcome to Gary's Hobby Studio. In this video, I'm going to be replacing my laptop screen. The laptop, I'll go ahead and turn it on and I can show you in the BIOS menu. Give me 1 second here. Maybe. I don't think it's going to work. But anyways, here's basically what's going on. And as you can see, besides the big white spot there, there is nothing on the screen. Now, it'll work if the laptop screen was closed and I had my two external monitors on, but unfortunately, yeah. Basically, what happened was was like a pink bar, and it only showed up, like, you could see it on like certain things, but anything white definitely showed it up. And in the BIOS menu, whenever I was exiting, I was like, oh yeah, it's in the BIOS, because I wanted to make sure it wasn't like a driver or Windows or anything. When it's in the BIOS, Windows is totally eliminated. So that's pretty much what it is right at this point in time. So I'm going to go ahead and power this off. Okay. And I ordered the new screen off of Amazon. And it said I was going to get it like between July 1st and the 30th and the 23rd. And it came in today. I'm happy about that, because this way I'm not waiting forever. Because this whole two screen, I can't take it upstairs shit is really getting on my nerves. So what you want to do is you definitely want to make sure that you do not have... Oh, that's just a reflection of the light. I saw this weird silver. Anyways, got sidetracked. But you definitely want to make sure that there's no power connected to it. All peripherals are disconnected. And what you want to do is take the battery out, then flip the machine back over, wipe off any dust and dirt that your machine got. Open the lid back up, and press and hold the power button for like 10 seconds or so. This way it discharges the whole thing, any capacitors that might be holding a charge. Because if you don't, there's a possibility as you're removing the connector, it could arc and you could burn something out, which is something you definitely don't want to do. So hopefully that's good enough. Okay. So now, to get the screen out, from what I learned, you start by just popping this loose here at the bottom. And with this, you kind of want to take it and kind of twist it like this on the sides and the top so that it'll pop loose. So, and then that way you'll get it off of the body. There we go. So there's the plastic housing. Set that out of the way. And now what you want to do is you want to take out certain screws. There's only 4, 2 here and 2 up here that holds this together. And they are small Phillips. No, I should. There we go. This should work. Make sure you don't lose the screws. Hate when that does that. This one will work a little better. There we go. Nice thing I like about this screwdriver set, which you can get this at Rural King if you're anywhere near it. Rural King has this whole set for like 15, 16 bucks. It's like $14.95 or $15.95. Great set. Highly recommended if you don't have a set like this. This one. Sorry about the sucky camera positioning, but here's the top. This one I have to take out, and this is the other one over here that I took out right here. And when you do these ones, you want to like put pressure on the back, because if you don't, you could break your screen, and that'll really end your day real quick, wouldn't it? It's killing me here. This one will work. Ugh. There. Really weird. I had to use 3 different size screwdrivers just to get all these out. All right. So now, once you get the 4 screws out, I'll take this, lift it up gently, flip it over. We zoom in. Okay. So this is the connector right here that you want to deal with. Now, I already did this thinking that maybe it wasn't seated correctly. Got my mistake. So what you want to do is pull the tape off of this to expose the connector. You want to flip, because I know that there's a rod on this. What's this? That latches it. There we go. Once you pop that, then all you have to do is just pull that connector out. Now, let me figure out where I want to set this so it doesn't fall. And we'll unbox the new screen. So here's the new screen right here. Let's zoom out. And I already cut the box open because I always want to make sure that it's not busted, because if it's busted, there's no point in me doing this, because I have to send it back. So we will open this up. There. Lift this gingerly out of here. Close said box. Box over here. And we will unwrap a major amount of bubble wrap, which I am glad they did bubble wrap it like this, because this way you know it's, at least it shouldn't unless the box gets crushed, but the box looked okay, unlike some of my other items that I've ordered in the past. Over. Now, if this doesn't do it, it's the motherboard, and I'm really going to be ticked off then. Okay. Here is the gigundous amount of bubble wrap they used to wrap that screen. Okay, this is the same one. Yay! Wow, it's really weird. This screen's made by, this replacement's made by Sharp, which is interesting. Yeah, that is all done. Okay, let's leave it sit on the cardboard for a moment. Okay. Okay. So we will want, there we go. Okay. We'll go ahead and take this screen off, set it on top of the bubble wrap over here. Okay. Now, I have to get this out of the blue packaging. I will say one thing about this. They really did like make sure that this is not getting broke or scratched. And I appreciate that. I mean, I think it was between 135 and 150. Depends on which one you find. And you have to know if it's like a 40-pin connector. I think they made a few P51s with smaller screens. So you would have to find out, which is what I did by tearing it apart beforehand. The screen is out. Okay, protective cover on it. Thank you. Wanted to make sure before I did anything. Okay. So now, with it sitting on the keyboard, all you do is hold this little thing here back with the tape. Take it, push the screen down a little bit, line it up. That's too much. And then just take it, kind of put your chest up against the screen or whatever so that you can slide cable back in, hopefully. I am totally missing it somehow. Oh, I think I got it this time. Yep. Now that it's pushed in, push the bar down till you feel it snap or you hear it, one or the other. I felt it more than heard it. I just put the tape back down on it. I know it's not going to stick to it that well. Take the screen very carefully, place it back down, zoom out. And it has little guideposts to guide the things on it. Now is the time to attach the 4 screws. Would help if my hands didn't shake. Come on. Definitely want to make sure like you hold the back of the laptop when you're doing these screws, because you don't want to flex anything and break anything. That one. Now you may see these last two, you may not. It just depends how well I can keep my hands out of the way. You would think all these screws would be the same. Okay, all 4 screws are back in. Okay, now let's peel off screen protector. This can go over here for the moment. Now it's time to put the plastic cover back on, and you just line it up, just push it in. You should hear it snap. So let's go around. Okay, and as you can see, there's no gap here. That means I pushed it all together correctly. Okay. Drop the battery in. Flip it over. Now, let's see if it works. Hey, it's better than what it did. We're entering setup, because the reason being is because I can show you if it still has the issue. Okay, so as you can see, okay, everything's here. I probably have to readjust the brightness. Yeah. Maybe not here. But basically, there was a stripe here. And the weird thing is, on this screen right here, or on anything like this, it didn't show it up because the stripe was like right about here. And I could see it when my desktop background was on there because of the fact that it showed up on like Iron Man's suit as a weird, like if sunlight was hitting it in the right way and causing his armor to light up, you know, from the reflection. It was kind of like that. But I was thinking, okay, is it driver? Is it, you know, something like that? Until I got here, and as soon as I went, okay, I could see it right here. And as you can see right here, there's no weird stripe. It's actually the way it should. I mean, I know the lighting isn't great because of the fact that that should actually be white, and it's not, but it's kind of bluish on the thing. But there's no weird pink stripe going down right here. That was the issue I had. So that is how you fix a Lenovo P51 laptop screen. It's not that hard. You take your time, especially because you don't, you know, you don't want to hurry through it, especially if it's your first time. Once you've done 5 or 6 of them, it'll be a little quicker. Plus, if you're not doing this, you can basically, you know, change anything in this as long as you take your time. I don't recommend people, you know, hurrying that fast, just because if you do, you can make mistakes. I'm not going to lie. You are going to make mistakes. And it's not something that you really want to do because it's very, very, very costly. And here's my login screen, which before it wasn't even doing this. So through the process of troubleshooting, I tried updating drivers, I tried rolling stuff back in Windows, because sometimes Windows updates can screw things up. And the good news is this is the one and only time I can honestly say I can't blame Microsoft for this. I really can't. I can't even blame Lenovo for it either. Because in my W540, I think it was a W540, and I might have mentioned it in another video, where my external 4K monitor wasn't coming on. There was a BIOS update for it, and as soon as I applied it, it started working. So I am, in a way, like I said, 9 times out of 10, I usually know where I can blame things. This is one time I can't put the blame for the problem anywhere else other than the part went bad. Now, could I have done something that caused that to go bad? Maybe. I don't know. You know, maybe the way I grab the laptop when it's in my bag could have put pressure on it, could have done something to the connectors of the LEDs in it. And it's possible. I mean, I'm not going to rule anything out. The thing is, this thing's out of warranty. It's been out of warranty for quite a few years now. So, yeah, you know, I had to pay to replace it. And like I said, at $130, $150, if this is the only thing I have to replace other than hard drives, like the 1 terabyte that's in here, or is it 2? Might be 2. Because I know it has an internal 2.5-inch drive and 2 NVMe stick drives that I use. The NVMEs are for speed, for when I'm doing OBS Studio, DaVinci Resolve, stuff like that. It uses the speed of the NVMEs. Then I finalize everything and put it on the external. That way, if the NVMEs go bad, I only lose software. I don't really lose any kind of data, especially finalized videos, because then, you know, those are there and I can do whatever with them. But I am thankful that that is what the problem is, because I was leery. I was thinking, man, if that motherboard went bad, I swear I'm going to be really pissed off. But it wasn't that. It was definitely the screen. So now you know how to do it. There might be other ones that are similar to this style, where it might basically, you know, be as easy as pull off the frame like that. I'm not 100% sure. Can't guarantee it. But that's how you do that. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and so that you'll get notified when I release new videos. And have a good day, guys.